tell y'all, it was an absolute struggle to record this video. Hey, if you're new to my channel, welcome back. My name is Eva LaRae. I do everything lifestyle, beauty, and faith. And we're getting into a quick beat. We don't have time. I know where the time went. The time went and it's gone. So we're going to get into a quick beat. I don't even know what I want to talk about today. All I know is that I need to quickly do something, and I don't know. Is it me? Am I the only one that struggles with getting it all done while also feeling like, I don't know, you didn't accomplish anything? Am I the only one? Because I know I'm not the only one that feels like that. I just feel like I've been low-key suffering in silence for quite some time, and I just need some relief, to be honest with you. But they said Rome wasn't built in a day, even though I wish it was. I honestly wish it was. I wish, right? I wish it was. But to be honest with you guys, during a Bible study, we were talking about suffering and how Jesus suffered, and saying if Jesus suffered by someone trying to kill him, well, they succeeded. If Jesus suffered by being killed and being hung on a cross, our suffering isn't that bad. So, honest to God, I know my suffering isn't that bad. I think I'm just kind of tired of doing it alone. And I know I'm not the only woman out there, single woman, that is tired of doing it alone. Yes, we can do it. We're capable. We love that. We love a beautiful, strong, black queen. But we even more love a healed, emotionally regulated, well-rested black queen. We love that even more. You know what I'm saying? We love that. We love a beautiful black queen that's being loved properly and cared for properly. We love that. You know what I mean? So I'm just laying my edges with this basket. Sorry, my lashes are sitting on here. This basket lather. These are the lashes that I'm going to be wearing. But I just wanted to lay down my edges so they're good to go and out of the way. But y'all, I'm struggling. I'm having a very hard time. And I don't want to get on here and say, whoa, it's me. But whoa, it's me. You feel me? So we're going to dinner with the girls tonight. We're doing a cowgirl dinner. So the theme is cowgirl. And we need to do a quick 1-2 beat. Nothing too bang. We just need to do a quick beat. And I just wanted to get on here and talk to y'all. I haven't done so in a while. My DJI is out of commission right now because I don't have any more space, 4K space for an SD cards. I own 10 SD cards, and 2 out of the 3 that work for in DJI I don't have any space for. I only can use the regular SIM cards for my camera, the one that I'm on right now. I'm on my Sony ZV-F1, something like that. I'm on that right now. And although I bought her a couple of years ago, she just does not serve the same purpose as my DJI. Now, I stand behind my DJI. It's compact, it's lightweight, it's on the go, it's a lot more discreet than these big bulky cameras. So therefore, I just enjoy her more. I hope I'm not messing up my makeup because I feel like I'm already rushing, and then the worst thing I want to do is have some messed up makeup. I actually want to be cute because this is a cowgirl theme. We're doing a cowgirl dinner at Haywire, and for the month of March they're doing a cowgirl dinner where you get, I think it's a 6-ounce steak chopped, a Caesar salad, and fries for $30. And we thought that it was a cute idea because somebody else on social media did it. So we were like, oh, that would be cute for us to do. So the 3 amigas are going out tonight. We're going to be cute. I also need to get my eyebrows re-microbladed, shaded, because I feel like, one, if y'all are new here, I got my eyebrows microbladed and shaded. It's a combo back in 2023, and she did them according to what typical Korean girls love their eyebrows to look like, and it just wasn't it for me. It wasn't. I was like, we need a little bit more pizzazz, you know what I mean? and she just couldn't get there. Obviously, I'm American in a different country, so I accepted it. It was still cute, but it wasn't giving what the girls give here in the US, and you can definitely tell. So I was like, all right, well, wait till I get back to the US. It's going to look different. I know it's going to look different. So what am I going to put on my eyelids? What is this? I don't even know what this is. A pore primer. This is a Korean pore primer. I don't know. I just need something on my lids real quick so I can put this eyeshadow. Like I said, I feel like I'm rushing, but at any rate, we don't have time to be playing around. We need to get her done because my legs are not even shaved. Yikes! I just remember my legs were not shaved to my liking. I don't like this fluffy brush. Evelyn, get your together. I'm just using this old Morphe palette. It's the Morphe 25A, 25 Alpha. Using that. Ooh, I just dug my finger in eyeshadow. And I'm just gonna just lightly put some dimension to my eyelids so they don't look so plain and dark. And then I'm gonna put my eyelashes on. I'm just doing something quick. I used to love doing makeup. I used to sit in my room and do makeup. When life was simpler, I used to love doing that. Nowadays, I don't like doing stuff that's gonna cause me to have to blend and see that, like this right here, this build up right here at the corner of my eye, bro. And so in moments like these where I'm like, I don't like it, I just literally take it off. And that's how I feel. So I'm just changing up the color here. I didn't like that color. It just wasn't, it was making my eye really chalky. And I am a watery guy. I am a watery girl, so my eye just waters all the time. So I tend to I do my eyes first, but I tend to stay away from certain looks that will require my eyes, putting product on my eyes and things of that nature, just because I know my eyes do not know how to act. It is what it is. I've come to the realization, but I am going to consider allergy surgery here soon. Not this year, but next year for sure. That's what I'm considering, because I'm like, baby, we need to get these allergies under control. What's the point of enjoying makeup and enjoying our looks if our eyes are like, nah, we're good? I'm just going to add some dimension to my shadow here. So I really just want to get myself all the way together. I'm getting braces again this year. I just want to make sure that I feel like when you look your best, you feel your best, right? So for me, I was going to get veneers. I decided against them for now, but I was like, but if I don't get veneers, let's consider, ooh, that was so dark. Let's consider braces again so I can close my gap. Sorry, I'm not even showing y'all the look. I really did not want this so dark. Oh, I hate when it does that. Now I gotta diffuse. I really did not want that so dark, and it literally just darkened all the way up. I feel like that's so ugly. I feel like that's so ugly. I don't like it. I don't like it. We'll figure it out. I don't know. I like it. And I feel like I don't like it because I accidentally tapped too hard into the black. Let's just try to improvise. We're going to start more positive talk. We're going to start talking to ourselves a little bit more positive now and stop talking to ourselves negative. That's what we're going to do. You thought you were going to execute a look. I don't know. We'll see. I'll end up liking it in the end. It'll just take me some time. We'll end up liking it in the end. It'll just take me some time. That's just, I'm trying to work on my storytelling for sure, though, because girls wants to hear the stories. They want to hear the story. So let's practice. Let's talk about my relationship from last year. Let's talk about that. And I should have started with that, knowing that I wanted to come on here and be a little storyteller. So last year I decided I'm going to stop drinking. I don't want to date. I'm just going to focus on myself. This is going to be my year, right? Well, one day out with a couple of girls, I was not paying attention, but I was introduced to this guy who was in particular a doctor of a neurosurgeon, or so I thought. He was a neurosurgeon, and then he went into psych. So he became a psych doctor. He said basically he didn't like neurosurgery. It was a lot of work and a lot of hours, and he just felt like he would not have a work-life balance. So he got out of neurosurgery shortly after residency and all that kind of stuff. The reason why I go ahead and put my lashes on is because my eyes don't know how to act, like I said. So my lashes have to go on while I do my face. My eyes don't play nice with me. So my lashes literally, and I need to scoot these over, they just have to go on expeditiously. So at any rate, he ended up switching to psych. And so when I met him, of course, the girl is misinformed. She's like, oh, he's a neurosurgeon, da da da. And I'm like, oh, that's a pretty cool profession. I've never dated a doctor. So she tells him to come downstairs and come meet me and this other girl. And of course, she's not interested in him because he's not really the most handsome guy. Let's just call it a spade. Really awkward, a little bit overweight, but he was getting his weight together. And girl, he just not appealing on the eyes. Typically, he would not be my type at all. Just not cute at all. Nice guy, but not cute. So I'm like, let me give him a chance. Don't judge a book by its cover, because let's sit and talk. So that night we were sitting, and I said, tell him to come back downstairs. Sorry, this lash is dripping. Tell him to come back downstairs so him and I could sit and chat, right? So he comes back downstairs. We sit and talk, and well, that was weird. We sit and talk. I got me a new Maybelline Fit Me. Haven't used Maybelline Fit Me in a while, so hopefully this is my color. But at any rate, let me go back it up. We need to conceal. I'm going in with LA Pro Concealer, and this should be Fawn or Toffee, whichever. Fawn. Knew it, girl. I used to be an LA girl, so I'm just going in and cleaning up my dark marks, and then I'm going to let it dry down. My neck, my dark marks, if y'all are new here as well, I get laser hair removal on my face and my neck. So some of the dark marks from the hair growth that are gone, it's just a little hyperpigmentation. But once I am done and clear, I will get back into heavy actives, retinol, and things of that nature. So look, getting back to what I was saying. So him and I were sitting there talking. Oh, he's pretty cool. And I was like, oh my goodness, I loved our conversation. Maybe I met my husband. So I go home. I tell my mother, oh my goodness, the guy that I just met and I went on a date with, I think I met my husband. No crap. I told my mama, you can ask her if she's on here. She remembers. And coincidentally, he did the same. He called his best friend and he said, hey, I think I met my wife. Like, this young lady is just amazing, and I think I met my wife, period, right? So him and I are like, after that, both him and I got on the phone before we went to bed, and we talked about it. We were like, hey, I spoke with so-and-so and told them this, and he was like, yeah, I spoke with so-and-so and I told them that. So me and him were like on one accord. Let me check out the time. 6:02. We gotta be gone by 7. 6:45 actually. So we need to hurry up. So at any rate, he was just saying how I really do not want to use this. Let's go back. We're using the Maybelline Fit Me in the color 60, and then also Rimmel, this old Rimmel. I'm gonna set with this instead. So at any rate, so we were like, oh cool, this is really cool that we've told our close loved ones that we feel this about each other. And the reason why I said this is because I don't want this concealer to move once I go ahead and put on that foundation. So I just set with some powder, and then I go in with the foundation. So we got us a nice little base here, baby. And as you can tell, it starts to blur and disappear when I set. So fast forward, everything started happening really quick. When I say really quick, it was like a whirlwind. He literally fell in love with your girl. He fell in love with your girl really quick because I am that girl. I'm very lovable. I make people feel very comfortable. I believe that I'm a great conversationalist. So I just believe that he fell in love really quickly. He was like, oh, this is my person. Now I can just let my hair down and what may have you. And that's exactly what the young man did. He just started letting his hair now back to the Maybelline Fit Me 355. So he was just basically telling me everything about himself and how his traumas and certain things that happened in his childhood, in his life. And I was listening because, like I said, I'm a great conversationalist and I don't like to judge people. I just want to hear what all is going on, and I'm taking it all in. So at any rate, he's telling me all of these things and I'm shocked because I find out that the medication he was taking was actually for bipolar and schizophrenia. Bipolar and schizophrenia. Now, we all have our misconceptions, so he sat there obviously and he educated me on both conditions and just basically told me, because I was just curious as a medical professional being diagnosed with such a, what we would consider a very serious condition, both of them actually. Because if you look up the definitions and things of that nature, they're not the nicest. They're not easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. Sorry, I need to look for a beauty blender. I have tons of them, but anywho, we're gonna use the one that Ashley gave us from Marshall's. I have a whole caboodle worth. Obviously ADHD is all over the place, but I need to use a beauty blender because I have not been using beauty blenders. I've been just utilizing BS. I've just been utilizing this spatula, and it definitely makes my makeup a little bit streaky. So we're not going to do that today. We're just going to spread the product, and then we're going to actually dab this product in. So after he told me, I was obviously shocked because I was not expecting him to say that he had that condition, right? And so I obviously 2 or 3 weeks in was already in deep. So I know that I usually don't share certain things, but I'm going to say because of his career, right? He was a very generous man, especially early on. I'm not going to put numbers and things of that nature. If you follow me on IG, TikTok, you probably already know. But this man was very generous with his money. And I was grateful. I didn't ask. He just offered. Because obviously, like I said, he had already told me that I think you're my wife, Y and Z. And I thought that he was going to be my husband as well. So I'm like, oh, I don't mind accepting, but I'm not going to ask. I'm not a gold digger or anything like that. So he was just being generous and I was accepting. And it was getting real serious. So he asked to meet my parents because they were coming for my niece's graduation. And I was like, cool, you can meet them. This is kind of early, but sure, you can meet them. And so what ended up happening was, which I don't know where this brush is, he ended up meeting my parents. So it was like, okay, he ended up meeting my parents. They can tell that he had a sense of urgency that was natural. I picked up on it, but I needed a second opinion because I was like, what is his obsession with like me and getting married to me so quickly? I couldn't understand it. I just was like, I do believe that I'm a wife, sure, but I don't believe that we should get married in 3 to 5 business days. Let's get to know each other for real. Let's seriously get to know each other. And I'm using the filter finish by Makeup Revolution. I couldn't think of the name. And then I'm also topping it off with L'Oreal's Infallible for my concealer. So yeah, so I was just like, I couldn't figure it out, but I'm like, this man likes me, but I don't know why. He likes me so much to where he's like, let's get married tomorrow. I know I'm that girl, but I like, baby, I didn't do anything. I didn't even touch you. At that point, we hadn't had sex. And I wouldn't say he was pressuring me to have sex. He just wanted to also make sure that we were compatible sexually. We're grown, right? And obviously it checked out and all that other kind of stuff. So at any rate, fast forward to week 4 or 5. So I'm pretty much an open book. And I was like, take my phone. Can you look this up? Can you go on here? I'm that type of person where in a relationship, I don't have anything to hide because I don't. Like, if we get to the point where we're in a relationship, I need to cut ties. I need to do the right thing. I'm not about to be over here trying to figure out what else I can get up out of the candy store. You know what I'm saying? For lack of better words, right? I'm not that type of person. So for me, I was all in, right? I think about week 5. So we had a couple of disagreements when it came to social media. And it pained me so bad because this is something that I enjoy doing, even though, baby, it was tiring. This is something that I enjoy doing. So I'm going to be using the LA Pro powder, and I'm going to mix it with my, because I like to look golden, I'm going to mix it with my old, girl, this baking powder, and this baking powder expire. This is the terracotta, and obviously that's like a yellow, gold, whatever. I mix it because I just like to be golden. So for me, I was like, we keep getting into arguments about this social media. This is something that I enjoy doing. This is my hobby. So if I quit social media, I'm going to pick up another hobby. Case in point, I am a Zeta. So I was like, well, I'm going to start volunteering more for my organization. I'm going to get myself out there and be more out there. And he was like, why would you pick up one thing that's going to make you busy and outside of the house for another? You need to be focused on your relationship. You need to be focused on me. And I was like, I can do both. I'm a woman. I can do both. I was literally telling him, I can literally do both. You're tripping. You're literally thinking that all my time belongs to you, which it doesn't. I really went too low for that. Like that. So fast forward to what I was telling him was, hey, we need to reevaluate what's going on, because I feel like, feelings are not facts. I feel like we are rushing for a train wreck. I feel like we need to just slow it down and figure out where our middle ground is, compromise, all that good jazz. We need to figure out where that is. And that's not from us rushing. We need to slow down for sure. So he was like, I said I was going to quit social media. I cried at that point because I was literally like, girl, I don't want to quit this social media. But I was like, if this is my husband, I have to compromise. So I was like, I quit social media. So fast forward to the day it happened. So at this point, we obviously were really in tune with each other. Let me get another brush. In tune with each other. And I'm like, I said, take my phone, whatever. So he gets my phone and we're like scrolling on social media or whatnot. And he's looking for something on my timeline, and he types something in, and the first thing that pops up is Dr. Jeff, celebrity therapist. And remember, I told you he went from neurosurgery to psychiatric therapy. So basically a psychiatrist. More so on the criminal side. Anywho, so, girl, let me not forget what I was doing. Time for blush. I'm going to be using this, girl, where is the blush brush? I'm going to be using this Bella blush. I got this in PR umpteenth years ago and I still use it. I'm not going to go high because I did this pretty makeup. I'm just going to do Old Faithful on the cheeks. I'm not going to go high today. But at any rate, so he had my phone and he typed it in. He typed something in and Dr. Jeff came up. So he was like, who is this Dr. Jeff? Why have you been looking him up? Why was he the first person to pop up when I put in D? And I was like, oh, Dr. Jeff, that's just somebody that I know. He's a celebrity therapist or whatever. I'm using Sephora's makeup setting spray. This is a dewy 12-hour finish, but I like to do the dewy. And then I like to go in with my L'Oreal Infallible. Baby, this is like hairspray. This has got to be. This ain't it. Your makeup's not going nowhere. Hold a breath. So at any rate, I was like, hey, this is the guy, this, that, and the third. And I just like to go in and add just a little bit more blush to my look. So at any rate, I was like, this is the guy, this, that, and the third, trip, whatever. So like I said, I'm an open book. He goes through my phone and he sees that I was like his stories. And of course, everyone knows when you like something on social media, it sends a heart I wish they would change that, because if I'm not trying to love something, I'm just like, oh, that's pretty cool, you know, fire emoji, whatever. Like, if you like it, it literally goes to a heart. And it's so like it's misconception for what you actually felt about that post or whatnot. I don't know, whatever. So he immediately thinks like loving this guy's stuff. Like, I'm like that don't make no sense. That has no context, like, at all. So he basically accused me of cheating. He said that I was cheating. He said that I was more interested in, you know, to play the field and like and what may have you. And he said I was cheating. Like I was like, you're a cheater and this, that, and the third. I don't want to hear anything you gotta say. And one day turned into 3, and on the 3rd day, he said that, and I quote, he had been on my social media, he had counted the number of men that I follow, and he had came up with his own like chart on how many men I follow, how many men I comment, and how many men comment on my things. But little did he know, or he failed to realize, that I have so many gay male friends that, like, your point. So at any rate, so he just basically be like on me, and that's when I knew like the bipolar schizophrenia thing was super real. Like, when I figured out like, oh, it's not a play thing, this is like condition, real, like people's lives can be infected. And I told him straight up, like, I'm afraid, like scared. Like, I told him I'm scared, and he was like, oh, don't play that, like, treat me like I'm crazy. And I'm like, if the shoe fits, Puddin' Pop, wear it. So ultimately, I felt like I was bamboozled, number 1, but also number 2, I didn't use my discernment. And the reason why I said I didn't use my discernment is because I should have known that if I didn't like this man physically, there was nothing in my mind that was going to make me actually like love him. And I tried. I really did. I was like, treated like a social experiment, like was blind or something. And I guess that determined that love is not blind, because ultimately, obviously, I had to walk away. I felt that at some point his condition was going to get worse. He was either 1, going to physically hurt me, or 2, cause a lot of drama within our future marriage. And I was like, I'm not having that. I'm about to stop that right now. Why? Oh, excuse me. While we can. I'm using the butter gloss, and this is butterscotch, one of my faves. So I had to get up out of there, girl. And I know some family and friends were like, you should stay, he was wealthy and this, that, and the third. Baby, that man did not want to be kept. He wanted to control. And this is why I'm a firm believer of, you need to take your time when it comes to these individuals, because you're sitting here and the devil is listening. He knows exactly what you want. He knows exactly when you want it. He knows exactly how much you're willing to sacrifice in order to get it. And if you allow your mind to trick you, the enemy will show up at your doorstep and you will think it's your husband or your wife. And ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly what happened to me. I literally thought that that was my husband. And baby, that was not my husband. That's what it is. Like, you learn. Let's do a reveal. Oh, dang, that snatched my little edges in the back. Sheesh. How we looking? We don't have much time. We need to get going. But I'll see you on the next clip. Once I spray this hair down, get my cowgirl hat. What is that on my cheek? Check out my makeup a little more. And how I look, y'all. How's the beat look? The edges, how does everything look? Looks good? Cool. Okay, I'll be right back.